Let's see. Right, we're good to go here. Right, we're good. Yes. See. Yeah, we're good to go here. Welcome to another drawing live stream with me, Gary. We're just going to get started in a minute. This is going to be about a 40-minute session here today. I'm just going to show you a few things, a few drawing sessions. Fix my hair there, actually. Sorry about that. There we go. Oh, God. Good. Fix my hair here. Right. Everything's all good to go here. So we're just going to start in a couple of minutes here. So this is going to be a 45-minute, probably about 40-minute, 45-minute session. Just these kind of pens, pencils. I'm going to show you a few techniques as well. I've got a bit of charcoal, a bit of soft pastel. I'm going to create some artwork as well. So we're going to do some drawing challenges as well. So yeah, so we've got a few, we've got about kind of 5 minutes and we'll get started. Really, I would say about 30 minutes, 40-minute session today. So we'll get started in a couple of minutes. Today we're going to do kind of just a few drawing challenges, some like step by step, but also we're going to do some. Going to show you a few techniques, create your own little artwork as well. Kind of create mountaintops, kind of skyline as well. So we're using soft pastels and charcoal. So that's the plan today. I think we're all kind of good to go here. So it's about a half-hour session, maybe 35-minute session. Just depends how this goes today. So everything's all kind of ready to go. I'm just checking everything's ready. So we'll get started in a minute, and so we'll get started. And just about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So we get a good number in there. So kind of we've got a 35-minute session today. Nice day outside, weather-wise. Nice. Tuesday today. Usually I do these on a Friday, but just with scheduling, it's gonna stuff like that. So hopefully everything goes all right today. So we're just gonna wait. Gonna get started in a minute to see how it goes. But plan is to just do a kind of some drawing challenges. I'm going to start actually in about a minute. So we're going to do a bit step by step. Just show you what you can do at home. These kind of techniques you can do at home with easily. So and also we're going to do a few drawing techniques. We're going to create your own kind of artwork as well. I haven't done this in a while, so it'd be good just to kind of show you a few techniques as well. So that is kind of planned today, and we'll just go from there. So we'll get started right now. For this drawing exercise, it's called step by step. And step by step is kind of like a motivational design you're going to be doing. And step by step is really what it says. Where you're going to create kind of steps like that. And what you're going to do at the top, you're going to write a message or a kind of goal that you want to set yourself for the end of the week or the end of the month or a daily challenge. Another way you can look at it is maybe a goal for after the lockdown. And you can look into that. So that's the kind of idea behind step. It's a very interesting challenge, something that helped me a lot when I was going through a lot of issues, and drawing helped me a lot, because what I did, I just create steps like that and put the challenge at the top, and I just broke it down really, because when I was thinking about goals and setting myself goals, I was always like thinking, right, it's a very tough goal, but I thought, right, let's just try and break it down here. Let's try and just take my time, don't rush to take step by step. That's the idea behind this challenge. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with this drawing exercise right now. Again, you just need a pencil for this really, and just a straight edge. So if you've got a straight edge, that'll be ideal. So I'm just going to get one here. You've got a piece of paper, and what I'm going to do quickly here, and move some of my stuff here, is just a step by step here. So what I might do here is put the camera down like that. So I'm going to put the camera down like that, so you can actually see me actually drawing. Right, so I'm just checking. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're just going to get started. I've got my kind of drawing table here. I've got my I'm just using a stencil with a straight edge, so this is what I'm going to use. So how you do this really is something. It depends how many steps you want to take this. Really, I'm just going to do a few steps. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a few steps. You can just use a pencil. You can use a pen. It's really up to you here how you use this. I'm just going to create a few steps like this. Like that. So I'm just going to create a few steps. Now, they can be bigger, they can be small. It's up to you. This is a kind of simple drawing exercise. So you can do as many steps as possible. So maybe that, do one more. And that'll be it. There we go. There's that charcoal there. There we go. There we go. So I'm just going to put the camera back up there, and this right there is a simple. There's a simple design, a nice step-by-step design. So that's my kind of layout there for that. Now you can go any way you want with this. You can do as many steps as you want. So that's my steps there. And what I'm going to do next is just going to put. I'm going to think of a goal. Think of a goal, or that you want to set yourself for the start of the week. This is always ideal to do on a Sunday night. I would recommend doing this on a Sunday night because if you want to do a weekly challenge, this is ideal to do this. Because the goal with this is when you set yourself a challenge and you put that on the top, you're going to put this design up on the wall, and that's a kind of motivational tool that you're going to see when you wake up in the morning saying, what do I have to do for a week? Oh wait, I've got to do that. And you see it up on the wall, you see it up in the fridge. It's a good week for kind of motivation to have. So again, go back to what we were discussing there, what kind of goals you want to set. Now it could be any kind of goal. It could be big, it could be small, it could be anything. It's up to you. It's something that relates to you. It could be a thing that you've got to submit something in college. You've got maybe something, oh yeah, I need to go and get something in the shops, or oh yeah, I've got to do this. It's anything that you feel that has to be done. And it could be something like something that can be a struggle for you. You know, there's been times when I've had stuff to do on my list, and I think, oh God, I don't really want to do that, but I've got to do it. But I've got to pull myself and motivate myself. Something like that could be an ideal challenge, because I've been there where you're just saying, oh God, I don't want to do this. That could be an ideal challenge. So I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to just put a week in a message. So I'm trying to think what I could do today, or it could be a weekly challenge. Let's see. I'm going to write something. Okay. So I'm just going to say something. There's a book that I've been reading, so I'm going to say I'm going to finish this book. So it's something simple like this. So finish a book. Finish reading this book that I've been reading. I won't there. So that's just something simple like that. But again, it could be anything that you really want to be. It could be something a bit more challenging that I've done. But again, I've just put that message up at the top there. I think you can just see it. There you go. But that's your second step done. So the first step, you're just creating the steps. So it's just a standard step, and then the second step, you then say, what is the goal? What is my goal for the week? And again, you just put that on the top. Now, the third step really is just decorating it. Just make it a bit more colourful. Add a few messages. Add words of encouragement. Or if you just want to add a wee bit of colour to it as well, that's okay. You can try and make the steps a wee bit more brighter, a bit more appealing as well. So it's up to you how you want to approach this. It could be words, it could be messages of hope, but it also could be just make it more colourful and decorative. So that's your first step. Just make it really more colourful. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to add a wee bit of colour to it. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of brighten the lines here a wee bit, because it's a wee bit kind of faint. So I'm going to do it here. I'm just going to put the camera back down. This is my next step I'm just doing here. As you can see, I've got a little stencil, and I'm just going to make the lines a bit brighter. So I'm just going to make these lines a wee bit brighter, actually. I'm just going to make these lines a wee bit brighter. So this is what I'm doing right now. Just going to a wee bit of shade in there as well. Actually, I might use charcoal. Actually, this will be interesting. A wee bit of charcoal. going to be right there. I might just kind of rub down here. Let's. Another thing you can do is you can add a wee figure as well. There you go. So this is a kind of motivational tool. So you can add a lot of messages here as well if you want, you know, to keep you going. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it at that here for a minute. I'm just going to show you, make an example there. But that's a very simple design there. I'm going to add a bit more colour to it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it like that for a bit because I want to go on to the next bit. But that's kind of what step by step is all about. It's really just a kind of a motivational design where you can set yourself goals or challenges for the week ahead. It could be big, it could be a smaller challenge, it's up to you. All you have to do for this is, first thing you do is just create steps like that. Now again, it could be any kind of steps and any stuff like that. It can make it 3D, it's up to you. It's up to you. So then the next step is just put your kind of goal at the top, make it really bright as well, because I've made it look quite kind of light there. So what I'm doing, I'm going to just make it a wee bit brighter, and you put it up at the top. And then your first step is just make it really colourful, make it bright, make it very appealing, add words of encouragement, add words of how you're going to do it. If you're going to break it down step by step, break it out, add little messages, say like, how am I going to do this challenge? How am I going to get to this goal? And then go from there. And when you're finished with it, you put it up on the wall, you put it up in the fridge, and every time you wake up in the morning, you see that design, this design, or the design you do, you think, okay, then I know what I need to do for the week ahead. And that's kind of idea behind step by step. It's a kind of motivational tool of design that will help you through the week. You know, I've been there myself where you've got something that you have to do and you have to kind of get yourself going, and you really need to do it, but you just deep down can't do it because you don't feel motivated. So doing something like this where you see the goal at the top, but you see all the words and all the messages, think, oh, I know how to do this, how you need to do it. It gives you a bit of encouragement and to go and go forward. So that's the idea behind step by step. Hope you enjoy this challenge. There's a wee drawing challenge on this on the Twitter and Facebook pages and Instagram about step by step. So I'll let you go and check that out as well. So it's a good big kind of challenge. But we're going to go on to the next bit. And the next bit is I'm going to get another piece of paper. So let's get a piece of paper. Trying to find a piece of paper. There we go. So let's get a piece of paper like this. So we're just going to do a wee kind of recap. The first exercise we did was a wee bit step by step, and I'm just going to show you right now. That was the step by step exercise. First exercise there from the day, and all you have to do is create some steps. You put your goal at the top, and then you create and try and decorate it. I haven't decorated there, but I'm just showing you a wee kind of example. The idea behind the step by step exercise is it's a kind of motivational kind of design for you. So you need to think of goals that you want to set yourself for the week ahead, or the kind of month ahead, or the daily challenge. You do that and you put that up at the top like that, and that's your goal. And because that's you, and there you go from the top. So that's the kind of idea behind it, and it's just go forward. It's a kind of nice wee kind of motivational design for you. So go forward. We're going to go into the next challenge, and we're just going to create some artwork today. I'm going to use some soft passes. I'm going to use some charcoal for this, and you're just going to create your own artwork. It's a nice step-by-step exercise this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start off with a bit of charcoal, and I'm going to put this down here. So as you can see now, you can see the way I'm drawing here, and all I'm going to do here is just going to create some mountains here. So like that. So that's my first thing I'm going to do. So that's my first line right there. I'm just going to do it over again. Just going to go over it. Don't worry if you don't get it all right. That's okay. So that's your first step. And then what you're going to do here is just going to rub down like that. So this is where you're just going to create a wee bit of shading. Rub down to that. Rub down like that. So that's what you're going to do. So next step, you're just going to create another line like that. Just the starting point at the middle of the first line. So like that. So that's the second line there. I'm just going to put that up there. See if you can see there. There you go. So I've done my first line, which is just there. But the second line, you start from there and you just create another wavy line like that. So that's so that. And again, same thing you do again. Just rub down that second line. Okay, so there we go. That's it, simple as that. So that's your first 2 steps there. Just checking if everything's all right there. Just use your fingers for this to rub down the charcoal lines. Yeah. So as you can see now, that's my 2 lines there. That's my 2 mountains right there. So you can see the first line I've done there with a longer line, and the second line there, just creating a kind of wavy line. So I'm going to get some green now. So if you've got soft pastels, if you've got pencils, that's okay. But I'm going to use some soft pastels, and I'm going to use a kind of lighter green, and I'm just going to focus on the bottom half of the drawing. So I'm not focused on the top half or the middle part, just the bottom half. So see that first line you've done? Just focus below that line. And all you have to do is just add green to this. Now I'm going to use it. So just cover this all in green. So that's better than that. And again, same way you did with charcoal, just kind of, with soft pasta it's very chalky, so what you want to do is just kind of rub just all here, all around, so just below the line, just that first line you've done, just be very delicate, don't go over the line, so just kind of rub. You can just use 2 fingers like this, and then there you go. Yep, that's it there. So that's just done my green there. Now I'm just going to show you it right now. That's it there. So there you can see a wee bit of green there. That's it there. So again, that's just using saw pastels. And just use the saw pastels is kind of like chalk, and it's very good stuff to use. It's very easy to use. You can add a lot to it, and I'm just kind of rubbing it down there. So the next step again, now I'm going to focus on the middle part. So it's at that middle part, not the top half. See that middle part you've done there. So see where that second line there. So between the second line and the first line, you're going to be focusing on. So just that middle part. And what I want to do is just get a kind of darker green. So the green you used before, if you've got darker green, that'll be brilliant. And what I'm going to do, I've got my dark green here. I'm then going to do the same thing I did from this last part, and just kind of go over that. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to. So I'm just going to. Just cover exactly that. So I'm just going to show you right now this. There you go. See, now I've not rubbed that down, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to rub this down with my finger. There you go. Now, since this is kind of mountains, you can add a wee bit of white to this as well. I'm just going to add a wee bit of white, kind of create a more wintry feel. So just at the top of the line of that middle part, add a bit of white like this. What I'm doing right now, just not the whole part, just the top half. Just below the second line you've done. And again, just rub down again. Just can maybe go a bit harder. I would actually recommend not rubbing it, keep it as it is. Another way you can do this is you can get some oil pastels. So if you've got an oil pastel, you can just go right like that. So there we go. Don't worry about the screen there, that's just me just drawing a wee bit too hard there. There we go. And that's what I've done there. So there we go. So that's my set, there we go. That's my there. I'll just put that down there. That's it. So that's me done my 2 parts there. So I'm going to go on to the next part, and I'm going to add sky on this. Again, I would use 2 colours for this. So I'll kind of light blue and kind of dark blue. So if you've got a kind of light dark blue, that'll be good. So I've got my two light colours there. And again, for the bottom half of this part, just kind of get a light blue, and I'm just going to do the same thing again. So we're just using soft pastel again. And I'm just going to use a darker one as well. Cover that down there. So what I'm going to do is just merge them together, just so we can create that nice kind of shade and nice kind of merge into colours. Cover this all up. Don't worry if it's a wee bit messy right now, we're going to go over it a wee bit as well. There we go. That's a nice kind of colour. If there's any kind of chalk dust there as well, just blow that off as well. There we go. Just got a wee kind of darker blue there. There we go. There we go, nice wee kind of. See, that's why you use two colours, so you can just merge them together and get a nice good effect on this as well. So that's what I'm doing right now. There we go. I'm just going to put that down. Just give it a wee shake because there's a lot of dust on it. There we go. And that's just it there. You know, that's it there. And that's me creating my sky there. Very simple like that. So that's just using two colours. Just using the blue, a kind of dark kind of blue like that, and a kind of light blue there. So dark blue, kind of darkish blue, and a light blue. And just merge them together. Very good. If you've got soft pastels, they're ideal. Again, if you've got chalk, that's good as well to use with it. But if you've got soft pastels, that's ideal. I would recommend getting soft pastels. Really good kind of stuff to use when you're drawing. So we're going to go on to the next bit. And what I want to do is that first line you focused on. See the first line you've done with the charcoal? I just want you to go over that. So what I want to do, now you can use a oil pastel like this, an oil pastel, or you can use a charcoal. I'm going to try it with an oil pastel today, and I'm just going to go over the line that you've done. Because you want that line to kind of stand out first. So I'm just going to get that there. Just create a nice wee line. Like that. So just going over like that. So that's it. So that gives a wee bit more of a pop. Going on to the soft pastels again. So we've done that there. I'm just going to show you that quickly. There we go. So you can see there's a bit more pop on that first line you've done, because that's in the foreground. So there we go. So we're going to go back to the sky. And I'm just going to add a wee sun here. So I'm going to use the soft pastels again. I'm going to use a yellow soft pastel. Again, you're just going to create a circular sun like this. Under it. And again, you just use your finger to blend it in a circular motion. That would be ideal like that. So I'm just going to show you that again like that. There we go. There we go. Nice wee circular motion like that. So there we go. And again, you could add a wee bit of white. So if you've got some white soft pastels or white chalk, you can just add a wee bit of clouds there. Just kind of merging like that. Just add a wee bit of white clouds. To the sky, because we are in Scotland, so obviously ideal that we should have some clouds. There we go. There we go, like that. So there we go, that's it there. That's it. You can see a wee bit of white there, white clouds there. There we go. And another thing you can do is a wee kind of fun as well. You can have maybe draw a wee stick figure as well in the middle, like this. You know, wee stick figure. There we go. And we can put a wee hat on like that. There we go. Just have a wee stick figure like that. There we go. Wee stick. I don't know if you can see the stick figure. There's a wee stick figure. And that's a wee kind of end in there. But that is just create your own bit of artwork. Just using soft pastels, using charcoal, you know, oil pastels, using pencils, stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the camera back up there like that. And there we go. So that's it there. So that's a wee kind of artwork there. Now you can do this at home. See if you've got maybe soft pastels at home. But if you've got chalk, that's ideal for this as well. But yeah, so you can use chalk, soft pastels and stuff like that. You can use a wee bit of oil pastels as well. But if you've got pens, this is ideal you can do this at home as well. It's very simple, but that's a step-by-step guide of how to create your own kind of artwork using different materials. It's a fun little exercise, but you can do it with mountains. I've done many other things as well. You can create landscapes, beaches and stuff like that, flowers. But I was just doing mountains today. I thought it was a bit simpler. You can do it at home. So again, it's very kind of a recap. You create your first thing you do. You create your 2 lines of charcoal like that, so that creates your mountains, just like that. And then you just rub down so that creates shading. And then the next bit is just adding the green there, and then adding the kind of darker green into the background. And then going on to the next step, you add the sky, get 2 colours, kind of dark blue and a light blue, merge them together, and you create a nice effect with the sky. And then you also then do is just create a wee circle of sun using yellow. And then the final step would be, if you've got a darker charcoal, or you just go with that first line, just the first line, not the second line, just the first line, just go with that with charcoal or oil pastel, and that just kind of gives that a bit of a pop standing out, and you can have a wee stick figure at the end. So that's it, about 7 steps there, I think it was there. But again, after that, you can maybe decorate a bit more, you could add more detail to it, but that's just kind of nice wee starting point. You could add maybe more shading to the mountains if you want as well. So that's kind of a kind of rough kind of idea. So there we go. So we're going into the kind of nearly 5 minutes to go in this session. We're kind of now finishing up. I'm going to give you a wee kind of recap of other stuff you can do at home as well. Other stuff you can do at home, very simple. You do some sensory drawing. Sensory drawing is all about the sense of touch. So all you need for this is a kind of bag of materials. I'm going to get the bag right now. Let's see. I'm going to get one right now for you. Let's see. There you go. So I've got a bag of materials here, and all you need for this exercise is a bag, a few objects, and that's really it, and some drawing materials. And the idea with sensory drawing is you've got 4 objects, you put them in the bag like this, like that, and you put your hand in the bag, and you draw the materials inside the bag. You don't take the object out, it's all about the sense of touch. But what I usually do, I give them free goes to do as much as you can, because yours is about 4 or 5 objects. So if you can try and make up maybe 4 or 5 bags of objects, and you can switch around with the group. It's a really good exercise for kids and adults. It's all about the sense of wonder and sense of touch. It's really interesting. It's a good wee kind of idea. Totally recommend doing that at home. So again, a recap. Get a bag, put some object, any kind of objects you want. I usually do this with fruit. It's always good doing it with fruit or food. If you're trying to teach your kids how to learn about fruit, this is a good exercise. Try and let them touch it, see what the feel of it is. So if you try it with fruit. So again, bag objects, maybe 4 or 5 objects in each bag. You get 3 goes to put your hand back in the bag, feel what's inside the bag, think about the sense of what colour it is, the kind of feel of it, and then you draw it and you write what it is. So it's a good exercise. Totally recommend doing it at home. Another way you could do it as well, if you don't have any bags, is if you've got a table and if you've got a cloth, what you do is you put the object down first, and then you put the cloth over it, and then so you don't see the object. It's all about just feeling like that. So you can do it that way as well. That's another way you do the sensory drawing as well. So again, this stuff that you can do at home. Sensory drawing is a really fun exercise. I totally recommend trying it. Again, it's great for kids as well. I've done this many times with groups with kids, and they really do enjoy it. So I totally recommend doing that. So yeah, that's just a wee kind of thing you can do at home. I'll put that back up there. And again, we're just going to finish up now because that's nearly a half an hour session. But what we're going to do is just kind of a recap of what we did today in this half an hour. So again, first thing we did today, we done a bit step-by-step drawing, a really good motivational design that you can do at home. All you have to do is create some steps. I'll show you the example of what I did today. Create some steps like that. It could be any kind of steps we've got to, but I've done it this way. And then you go on and you think about a goal or a challenge that you want to set yourself for the week ahead. And you put that up on the top. So that's your goal. That's your goal you want to do. And then you go on to the next bit, and you decorate it and make it really appealing. Add a few messages on how you're going to do it. Words of kind of encouragement. Put that on the design as well. Decorate it and make it really appealing. And when you've done that, put it up on the wall, put it up in the fridge, and see every time you wake up in the morning, you'll see what you have to do for the week ahead and think, right, I know what I need to do. It's a great kind of motivational tool to have. Totally recommend trying it out. Start with your first thing you do. And then after that, we kind of then create our own little artwork using different materials. We use some soft pastels, we use some oil pastels, charcoal, pencils, and we create our own little artwork like that. So we kind of mountain tops like that. Next week, kind of 7-step guide on how to create your own artwork. So I would totally recommend doing that as well. And that's really it. So that was 2 exercises we did today. Hope you enjoyed this session. Again, if you want to check out Mind and Draw and all the stuff we do, go in, the YouTube link is on the below, all the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check that out. There's a lot of John Thrawn challenges, video tutorials, a lot of information about Mind and Draw. And yeah, so I hope you, if you've got any questions, my email is below as well. Feel free to contact me if there's anything you need to know about these prawn sessions. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the live stream, and look out for the next one. Cheers. Thank you.